Now, you have your data on two servers, which is great. However, they're physically connected. So if a disaster was to occur, the likelihood of both units being destroyed is higher. So we will want to choose a location offsite to place another NAS. To make this simpler, since a lot of small, medium businesses do not have multiple locations to utilize, let's say the owner of the business puts a NAS at his home. And if you're not worried about production uptime, this unit can be anything, a unit that will just support enough storage to store your backups. Or if you would like to have the ability to continue production on that unit, if a disaster did occur, then it would be advised to spec that unit out as to be as powerful as your on-site unit or close enough so that you can temporarily run things. And then we would use snapshot replication to replicate shared folders to the offsite NAS, or to use hyper backup on the offsite NAS to push those replicated shared folders to our Synology C2 account. So let's take a look at what that looks like and how I have my plan set up so that I don't lose any of my data. So I'm going to go back into here and open up snapshot replication. So snapshot replication right here is going to show me that I have a few recent snapshots taken 25 minutes and 8 hours ago. If I go down into snapshots, it's going to show me all my shared folders and what I have protected and what I don't have protected. And then you can see here my Lando home and my test demo are replicated. Now, Lando home, that's my backup, my active backup for business for my personal stuff, and my test demo is for my work laptop. If I go into replication here, you can see that I have, it's successful and healthy, replicated to Eureka, which is my offsite NAS, and it tells me the folder that it's replicated to. So what I want to do now is I want to go to my offsite NAS, log in with my credentials, and double check just to make sure. So I'm going to open up snapshot replication on this NAS. I'm going to go down to replication, and sure enough, they are both here, and they tell me where they're being replicated from and what folders are being replicated. So from here, let's say something happened to my on-site NAS, something happened to my laptop. Now all I have is this NAS that has these backups. What do I do? So what we have to do at this point is we would fail over. Now with these, they're healthy. That's why when you pop up here and you see failover, it's grayed out. That's because nothing's happened. It knows that it's connected and it's healthy. Now, if something had gone wrong, then failover would be an option. Now, I can force a failover, but I don't want to do that right now and potentially mess anything up. So I'm just going to do a test failover to show you what it would look like. So test failover is going to look exactly like a real failover, but you're just not actually going to be able to restore anything. So test failover is going to create a clone of the replicated data. And if the connection is healthy, it should process for just a second, and then it will go to healthy. So now from there, since I've got that set up, I've got that replicated, I can go into active backup for business now and go to storage. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to relink the active backup for business task. So if I hit relink up here, it's going to show me the shared folders. Now, the reason that these say read only is because everything's fine. If I had failed over, if we had an issue and failed over, then these would not be read only and I'd be able to select them to relink. But that's why we did the test. So I did the test. I'm going to hit relink and restore. And what it's going to do is now going to relink the task to active backup for business on this NAS so that I can do what I did with the previous one, which is going to active backup for business portal, and all of my data from that task is now here and I'm able to navigate through it so I can either restore files or restore entire devices. So that's great. Now I know that on my offsite NAS, all of my information is there and I am safe and secure. But what if 20 miles, my dad's house is 20 miles from me? What if a volcano or a tornado or some natural disaster happened? It might take that one out too. So I'm being extra cautious here and I'm thinking about my data and how important it is to me. So the next thing that I'm going to want to do is going to go to Hyper Backup and use Hyper Backup to send this all of this information that I have replicated from my original NAS to my C2 account, which is very simple. And all I have to do to set up the NAS, which I already have set up here, is to select Synology C2 as the destination and log into my account, and it will do everything else for me. And restoring is just as simple. So say all of your stuff, your on-site computer, your on-site NAS, your off-site NAS, everything's destroyed. All you have now is this cloud backup. So you bought a new NAS, you set it up, you opened up Hyper Backup. All you have to do at this point is hit this restore option, restore from existing repositories, select Synology C2 storage, and then it is going to log you into your account if you're not already logged in. And it will then allow you to grant access to your NAS and then restore from the directories that were created from the tasks that you did. So I'm going to just quickly allow just so that you can see. And it's going to load for a second. And I should have a few recovery options here because I've sent a couple backups to there. So I would just choose the latest repository and restore from there, and then it would restore all of my information, all of my application configurations to my new NAS so that I can then continue rebuilding my plan. So those are the three applications that I really wanted to highlight, and I really wanted to highlight the importance of this disaster recovery because I've seen people losing data can be the end of a business, even if it's just it really doesn't matter what the data is. If you lost all your customers' data, then it can be detrimental to your business. So it's definitely important to have these plans in place.